Okay. So in today's agenda will be, I need to log in with AWS account. Let me log into AWS account.
Okay.
If you want to log in to AWS account, you have to go with amazon.com/console. Okay.
Okay.
So click on sign in here. So with whatever the account you logged in, you have to sign in with that account. So let me log in with my account. Okay, see here, sign in with root user email. I'm having my old account here. I'm logging with that account. Okay, log in with the account. Device name, skip for now. It is asking for two-factor authentication. We'll discuss that part also, guys. How to do your account as a two-factor authentication kind of thing. That part we can discuss in next things over there, coming classes. Okay, so I logged in successfully with my account here. So I want to go with to create an account here, right? So before going to log in with the account, first of all, you guys have to understand, for creating this server, what are the things we need to have? We need to focus. Okay. See, basically, when you're creating a server in Amazon, AWS, you have to define the name of the server first. Name of the server. That is a step number 1. Okay. And step number 2 is, for that server, which operating system you want to enable. Which operating system you want to enable. I mean, you want to add. In AWS terminology, operating system we are going to call as AMI. AMI. AMI means Amazon Machine Image. The second step is, whatever the server are you creating, for that server, you have to define the operating system. And third step is how much RAM you want to add for that server, how many CPUs, core CPUs you want to add to that server, right? You have to define those things in third step. In Amazon terminology, we are going to call this one as instance type. What is that? Instance type. Server also we are going to call as an instance only. The server name we are going to call as an instance only, right? And the fourth step is, you have to generate a key pair. The purpose of key pair is, when you want to log in with your server from your laptop, you want this key pair. This key pair contains alphanumeric values. Okay, you don't want to change these values. This is automatically generated when you are creating a key pair. Okay, you have to use this key pair whenever you are trying to log in with this server. So that's the reason in fourth step, we have to create one key pair.
So it is applicable for both Linux and Windows, huh?
Anything. Step number 5. Step number 5 is, you have to set the network mapping settings. Network mapping settings. That means if you create any type of server, you have to use that server with public or private. That type of settings you can configure in the network mapping. But as of now, we are going to put as default. We can discuss this networks in VPC. There is a separate service called VPC, Virtual Private Communication. There we can discuss all the things. Sixth step is define the storage. Define the storage for your server. Define the storage for your server. Okay. And AWS people is going to give 30 GB of data is free. 30 GB of data storage they provide as a free for only 1 year, for newly created accounts. Newly created accounts. Okay. Next step number. That's it. These are the 6 steps you have to follow. Okay. And one more thing. One more important point I have to remember here. Who are created newly created accounts? Newly created accounts. Okay. For them, AWS people is going to give 1 year with free access. 1 year with free access with all AWS services. With all AWS services with limited access. That means I'll tell you one simple example. Okay. You guys are using OTT. It's kind of AHA or Prime or Netflix kind of thing. The people is attracting the customers. What they do? They will give you 1 month of free. After 1 month, you have to pay the amount and you have to enroll it. And that payment also, they are going to categorize into 3 different ways. Monthly plan, quarterly plan, yearly plan. In monthly plan, you can able to watch limited kind of videos. If you want to access more, then you have to upgrade your plan. If you want to access again more, you have to upgrade your plan, right? For each and every upgrade, they are charging some extra amount from us. Okay, extra amount from us. In the same way, AWS also, I told you in the starting class itself, in AWS, we have 200 plus services are there. How many? 200 plus services are there. In those 200 plus services, when you are using free account, newly created account, you can't access these 200 plus services free of cost. There are some limited services. Okay, provided by AWS where we can able to use free of cost. Let's take an example. EC2. EC2 is one of the service where the purpose of EC2 service is to create the server. This EC2 is AWS people is providing this service as free of cost with limited access only. The limited access is you have to use this EC2 service 750 hours per month. 750 hours per month, up to 12 months you can use it. That means 12 into 750 hours you can able to use it. Okay, let's take an example. I create one server. I create one server. I use this server for 750 hours every month. Then AWS people will not charge anything from your end. Anything from your end. Why? Because you are using this server under limited access only. Okay. If suppose you created three servers, you created three servers. You use these three servers more than 750 hours a month. More than 750 hours a month. How many hours you use extra? Let's take an example. I in a month for these three servers, I use 900 hours. But AWS people is providing how much? 750. How much hours you use extra? 150 hours you use extra. How much? 150 hours you use extra. For this 150 hours, you have to pay the bill to AWS. To AWS, right? And in the same way, AWS people is providing 30 GB of data storage as free of cost. If you use three servers, so one server for 10 GB, another server for 10 GB, another for 10 GB, fine, no problem. If suppose, if you use 35 GB as data and remaining 5 GB use extra, that 5 GB data when you're using no, for this AWS people is going to charge. The storage point of view, they are going to charge based on the hours and per GB basis. Per GB basis. I will explain. I'll show you practically how this storage and all the things, and I'll explain everything clearly. You understand right now what is limited service? What is the purpose of that? What is free and all? Any queries here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
I have one query
Yeah.
here. ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఉంది కదా, if free 1 year is completed means we need to count every hour. AWS team will count every hour for
Exactly.
the
Once you complete 1 year,
okay.
after 1 year, your account is going to be considered as your old account.
Old account. Okay.
Old account. Automatically, AWS system is recognize your one is old one. So based
Okay,
on
30 GB
that,
space also will come or not? Here 6 point. By default 30 GB will free, or
no,
that also
30.
will not
No,
count?
everything is paid. When
Everything.
you
Got it.
once you cross 1 year,
Okay.
okay, if you add a single like 100 MB also,
It's like
charge
countable.
Countable. And that too, pay
Got
as
it.
you go model. Pay as you go model.
Okay.
Okay, like that.
Okay, thank you.
Clear? Yeah. Any queries? Okay. So now see, I'll demonstrate practically how to create the server. Okay. Now let's go to here. So when I logged into my AWS account, so here you have to choose a region.
Hello, Manikanta.
Yeah.
So still I have not correct install this EC2.
Okay. No, I didn't create EC2, right?
No, for me, for personal.
Personal, I didn't understand, sir. You
Means
didn't
I
create
have
the
not.
account?
Yes,
You're
I have
talking
not.
about? Oh, okay.
Yes.
But you have to create the account, sir.
Yes.
Okay. You have to create the account. So I already shared the recording, right? Bhanu Gauri, please confirm. I shared the recording, right?
Yes, but I have not done because already 1 year ago.
Record share చేశారు అనుకుంటా. Yeah, share చేశారు record.
Yeah. Oh, Anil, your account is old account, Okay. So yeah,
for
in
that
that
reason.
Yeah. In that case, that is going to be chargeable, man.
No. I am ready to give charge, but I am not getting the 2-digit code, everything, password, all that things.
Okay. Okay. 1 second.
So I
1
can
second.
use that.
ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా కొత్త ఈమెయిల్ ఇది క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా ఇంకో న్యూ అకౌంట్.
Yeah, చెప్పండి sir. Tell me, sir.
No, what I'm saying, I can use a new email and new credit card
Yeah.
to create a new account, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So
Okay.
I can use debit card also, na?
Yeah, you can use it, but the problem with that is, most of the times AWS people is not considering the debit card. That is a major problem. Okay, so better I would like to suggest to go with credit card.
No, that credit card I have used last year only, na?
No, then you have more bill in that or what?
No, nothing is there.
Then you have to use the same account, no?
Same
Then,
account, huh? Okay.
Oh, but your problem is that they are charging for that, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. But there is no use. See, the problem with Anil, the problem is that if you're using same credit card with a different account, no,
Hmm.
AWS people nowadays, AWS people is not accepting that. Why? Because AWS people is fully control security levels. So they are
Okay.
accepting only with one credit card and one account and one email ID. That's it.
Okay, can I use my debit card?
That's it. Debit card also
Ah.
they are not, but you can try it off. You can try it off, but you can use any your wife or relatives credit card. You can use it off, but there is no auto debit. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is still not created. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now when you log in with this AWS account, right? Now you can see there is one name called Singapore, right? So what is this Singapore? Okay. So this topic I am going to discuss in detail when I'm going to start with the AWS, actual AWS. But now what I'm trying to say here is blindly you also go and select Singapore. Don't ask why. Right now, don't ask why. I will explain this topic later because this is very huge topic, very big topic. Okay, so that's the reason that we can any region, that we can call region, region only. But I strongly recommend to go with select this region as Singapore as of now. Okay, don't ask me why. Okay, now once you select the region, under this region, I'm going to create one server. I'm going to create one server. In AWS, if you want to create any server, you have to use EC2. That EC2 is under C. There is one option called services. Just click on that. Click on the services. Go to the compute. Click on the compute. And you click on EC2. See, virtual servers in the cloud. And you can bookmark this. Now you can see that EC2 under here. Okay. Every day you no need to go to here, compute, not like this. Directly when you bookmark this, it is going to show here. Or directly you can type EC2. Directly you can type EC2. Now you click on here. Okay. Now let's go to click on EC2. Under EC2, we can see the dashboard here. We can see the dashboard here. There are plenty of things are there. Okay, there are plenty of things are there. We can use. I will discuss each and everything in detail. Okay. Now, when you go to the instances is nothing but servers. I'm repeating again. Instances is nothing but servers. When I click on instances, you can see you don't have any instances in this region. No instances. Okay, fine, no problem. I want to launch one instance. I want to create one instance, one server. For that, you have to click on the launch instance. Once you click on the launch instance, it is asking you for what? Name of the server. I am making my server name as Linux server 7 p.m. Linux server 7 p.m. Okay. And you have to add some kind of tags like who created this server. Okay. When the server is created, what time the server is created, everything you can define. But as of now, I'm not doing anything. Just I'm putting name and the server name I'm giving here. That's it. And after that, you have to select the AMI, Amazon Machine Image. We have some plenty of operating systems are there. Okay. Under this, you have to select Red Hat. I explain you why you have to select Red Hat, right? It's an updated one. So better you can go with the Red Hat server. Okay. In my company also, we are using Red Hat only. You have to select Red Hat itself. And coming to Amazon Machine Image. Now you can see here, when I select Red Hat, see Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9, so and so. Okay. So all the things it is going to display. Mainly the operating system I have to select here. And so this all comes under, and one more thing. Whenever you select the AMI, for each and operating system, AWS people is generating one ID. This is what you're going to call as AMI ID. This is very, very important. Okay. And coming to the instance type, that means how much RAM you want, how many CPUs you want for your server, that and all you have to select here. That and all you have to select here. But make sure that whatever the instance type you are selecting, that is under free tier eligible. That is under free tier eligible only. If suppose by mistake, if you select this one, T2 dot small, but that is not under free tier eligible, automatically, even though if you are using free account, newly account, the amount is going to generate. Okay. So make sure that when you are creating a new server, the instance type you have to select under free tier eligible only. And see, this free tier eligible, there is a limit here. So 1 core CPU they are giving, 1 GB of RAM they are giving, like that. And if you are going to cross whatever the account, whatever the hours you cross, no, automatically they are charging. We are selecting Red Hat, no, third one. See, 0.029 USD dollars per hour. Per hour. Once you cross a free limit, let's take an example. You created one server. Okay. You used 750 hours, almost completed, but still 1 month is not done. Okay. If you use extra 2 days, 48 hours. For 48 hours, they are charging 0.029 USD dollars per hour. Ante, that means like that. Understood, right? So make sure that you have to be under this thing only. If suppose if you select T2 as small for Red Hat Linux, what is the price? 0.0436 USD dollars per hour they are charging, right? Like that. So make sure that one. Okay. Now, so we'll discuss in detail over there. And coming to key pair, if you want to log in with the server from your laptop, definitely you require a key pair. So if you don't have key pair, you have to create the new key pair. You have to give a key pair name, that is AWS underscore 7 underscore PM I'm giving. There are two type of key pair security here we have. One is RSA, another one is this one. So I'm going to select RSA. Okay. Anything is fine, but two different algorithms. Anything is fine. I'll select RSA only. That is a recommended one. And coming to file format. So we have two file formats are there. Who are using Windows 10, 11, Windows 10 or above, they will go with PEM file, .pem file. Who are using before 10, like 9, 8, 7, like that, they are using PPK. Okay. So I hope everyone should using Windows above 10 itself. So better to select this PEM file and click on the key pair. Once you click on the key pair, that key pair is going to highlight here and is going to download here. Go to the download section, copy this key pair, go to the desktop, you create one folder. The folder name will be anything. I created a folder name called EC2, but you can create by your own and you can place that key pair here. You can place that key pair here. But make sure that this is very, very important. It will make it secure. Okay. If you suppose if you share this key pair to anyone, so automatically your account will not be safe. Make sure that one. Okay. Like that. So now I successfully created key pair and network setting mapping. I already told you whatever the default settings is there, let it be like that only. Don't do anything. Just let it be like that only. And there is one in this network settings only, there is one option, allow SSH traffic from anywhere. This is tick mark. Make sure that you also have to enable this. If suppose you uncheck this and create the server, automatically you are not able to log in with from your laptop to server. Why? Because if you're not allowing SSH, see, with the help of SSH tool, only you have to log in with your server. If you're not allowing SSH tool, even though if you're trying to connect, it is not going to connect with that. That's the reason. If you want to connect your server from your laptop with SSH tool, make sure that this option has to be enabled, right? Like this. And coming to here, see, free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB of data storage. But right now, it is going to show you 10 GB. If you can use 30, you can use 30 GB. That is not a problem. And no, don't require this thing. And you can verify this thing summary. Number of instances, one. All the things you can able to check out here. That's what, right? Bhanugar, we can give that IP also, but we'll discuss later in the VPC section, not here now. See now, guys, free tier. In your first year includes 750 hours for T2.micro or T3.micro in the regions in which T2.micro is unavailable. Instances. Usage on free tier AMIs per month. 750 hours of public IPv4 addresses usage per month. Okay. 30 GB of EBS storage and 2 million of input-output operations. 1 GB of backup and 100 GB of bandwidth of internet. Right? It should all comes under free tier for 1 year on each and every month. Okay, make sure that. And click on the launch instance. Once you click on the launch instance, okay, the server is going to be created here. Okay, now my server is created. Once your server is created, it is showing you as what? Running state, right? So you have to wait for at least 2 minutes. Okay. Why? Because whatever the server we have created, no, that has to be configuring, right? Once the 2 minutes is done, you have to select the server and click on the connect option. Click on the connect option and go to the SSH client. Go to the SSH client. And here you can see the steps. First step, open an SSH client. So I already told you, right? If you are using, I told you in the last class itself, how to install that mobile XM and all, right? Just go and install the mobile XM. Okay. And open the mobile XM and and the same thing. I am opening my SSH tool. So let's go to the terminal here. Okay. So in your case, you have to open the mobile XM. After that, the step 2 is locate your private key file they used to launch the instance in AWS so and so, right? So in my case, I stored my PEM file in desktop folder under EC2 folder and click and check whether the file is there or not. If you execute ls command, ls is a command where we can able to see the list of files. ls is a command where I am going to see the list of files. Now you can see my AWS 7 PM PEM file is available here. Okay, available here. Now let's go to the back here and run this command if necessary to ensure your key is not public viewable. Okay, if you are creating a fresh PEM file, you have to execute this thing only one time. From second time onwards, you don't do this. So let me copy this. Go to here paste it here and execute this. Now my PEM file will be secured. Now, after that, direct come to the example. So there is one command, SSH. I'll connecting with SSH tool. In I means here input. Input means with what type of PEM file you are using, with what user you are login, with what IP address you are login, and all the things. This topic we have separately, we can discuss the topic later, but just copy this command and go to here and paste it and click on OK. Now it is asking you that, are you sure you want to connect? You can give yes, I want to connect. Once you click on connect, now you can see here EC2-user and your IP address. If you want to confirm, you can confirm that also. Just go to your browser, go to the instances section. Under instances, you can see the private IP 172.31.16.187, right? Same thing. 172.31.16.187. So that means we successfully connected with the server. So as of now, anyone having any queries?
I do have. What is that console you are using for connection? Sorry.
I'm using MacBook. MacBook having a default terminal. That is what you're going to call as SH tool. If you are using Windows, in last class I explained you that how to install mobile system. So go and download the mobile system, install the mobile system, and do the process what I did here.
Can you ping that in chat? So I'm not able to get that mobile.
Mobile system. I'll show you that.
Okay.
So this official website.
Oh, mobile extra. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
and see, you can download this free edition. Not go with this thing. You have to just download this.
Sure.
Let me paste it here. Okay.
Thank you, Mankata.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. No problem. So now I successfully connected with my server now. If you want to check whether we are connected to server or not, right? For that we have one command. The command is uname command. What is that? Uname command. Once you execute this uname command, now you can see there is a name called Linux. So that you can confirm that we connected with the Linux server. We connected with the Linux server. Okay. Now, so this is what it is going to be behaving like this. Now, 1 second, guys. 1 second. Now, if you want to create normally in Windows, if you want to create any folder, what you should do, just right click, there is an option called new, and go to and select the folder, right? So that you can confirm that, oh, okay, it is going to be work as like this, right? Now, but how we can go with that? 1 second, guys. Okay, how we can create that type of folders in Linux? In Linux, we are going to call that folders as directories. What is that? Directories. If you want to create any directory in the Linux operating system, you have to execute a command called mkdir. mkdir. mkdir is nothing but make directories. What is that? Make directories. Okay. Now I want to create one directory. The directory mkdir is a command followed by what is a command name you have to use. Okay, I'm going to create a command name called Linux commands. What is that? I'm going to create a directory name with Linux commands. Now you can see I created Linux command directory. If you want to know whether this directory is it created or not. For that, you have to use a command called ls. In that ls command, you can see the blue color folder, that name, one file. That is what we are going to call as a directory. In Windows terminology, we are going to call as folder. In Linux terminology, we are going to call as directory. And so if you want to know, if you create any directory like this, you're not getting any proper confirmation, right? So I want to know the confirmation. Okay. To display a proper message stated, at least successfully created or created kind of thing. For that, you can use we can use mkdir. I want to create a name, I want to create a directory with my name, money. And you can use, if you want to need a proper message after creating a directory, you can use one option that is -v. -v is an option to display the message. V is nothing but verbose. Now you see, created directory as money. Now if you execute ls command, now you can see two commands are there. Now you can see two commands are there, right? Like that, you can able to cross check. Now, with this command, what is that? With mkdir command, with Linux command, I want to create multiple directories inside this directory. Multiple directories inside this, but at a time, like this. See, already I created Linux commands, right? I want to create multiple directories. Okay, I want to create multiple directories. See, -v is nothing but verbose. Verbose means to display proper message. Proper message, whether it is created or not, like that. Okay, now I want to create multiple directories at a time. For that, you have to use Linux command followed by like this. I'm using shell scripting directory. I'm using GitHub directory. I'm using SonarCube directory. I'm using build tools directory. I'm using Jenkins directory. I'm using Kubernetes directory. I'm using Docker directory. Like that, with the help of this Linux command, I need to create all directories at a time. For that, you have to use this command. Okay, now let's execute this. Automatically, you are getting one error. Cannot create directory so and so, no such file or directory. Why? Why? Because if you want to create at a time with multiple directories, you have to use an option. You have to use an option and you have to inform the Linux operating system. You have to inform with the option. What is the option? The option is -p. -p means parent. That means Linux command is a parent directory. Based on this parent directory, I want to create child directories at a time. For that, you have to use an option called -p. P indicates parent. Now, if you see, now if you execute this, it is successfully created without any error. Right? So now, happily, you can able to execute this. Right? Now, I want to check whether this directories is created under the Linux or not. This shell scripting is created under Linux or not. This GitHub is created under shell script or not. Like that, I want to check in a proper structural format. If you want to check in a proper structural format, we have one command in Linux. The command is tree command. What is that? Tree is a command where you can able to see the commands in a proper structural format. Execute the command. Now, if you get an error, what is that? Command not found. But tree is a correct command only, but the operating system is giving throw an error, that is command not found. Why? Because tree in Linux, tree is a one package name. Like how if you install any Java for developing a Java application. So in Linux terminology, that Java is a normally Java is a software, right? But here we are going to call as a package. The Java is a package. In the same way, tree is one software. In Linux, we are going to call as a package. If you want to, I want to install this package in my Linux command. What is a command for that? Not only for this package, if you install any kind of packages in Linux server, okay, by when you're using Red Hat Linux server, we are going to use a command called yum install tree package. Yum install package name and execute this. Automatically, you are getting one error. That is what? You are not a admin. Not root means what? You are not a admin. If you want to execute, if you want to install any kind of packages as a root user, it is not possible. Then what we should do? You have to log in with admin user. Then you have to execute this command. Then how? How I need to execute this? Okay, how I need to execute this, right? So for that, I need to switch to the root user. How to switch to the root user? There is a command called sudo su space hyphen. Sudo means su means super user. Sudo means sudo file. So I want to switch to the root user like this. Now you have become a root user now. Now you install the same command yum install tree -y. -y, if you not give -y, no, it is going to install the package, but it is asking you for, are you sure you want to install that or not? Guys, understood or not? Clear or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now see, it is asking you for yes or no. If I use yes keyword, then it is going to install. If I'm not, if I use n keyword, automatically the operation is going to be aborted. I don't want to ask this option also. I want to install. For that, what we should do? Use -y. Now you execute this. Now see, without asking any option, directly it is going to install. Now, in my server, tree package is installed successfully. Now, how we can switch back to the normal user? Simple. Type a command called exit command. Now, once you exit command, it is showing you what? Log out as an admin user. Now, if you use tree command, now you can see the structure here. See, Linux command is creating one subfolder called shell scripting, GitHub, SonarQube, build tools, Jenkins, Kubernetes, Docker kind of thing, right? Like that, you can able to check each and everything in detail. Okay, like this. And I want to know the detailed information about one directory. That means when this directory is created, at what time this directory is created, who created this directory, how much size the directory is having, everything I want to know. For that, you can use a command called ls-l. ls-l. So if you execute this command, not only for one folder, it is executing for all files. Now see, so I created two directories, right? These two directories showing here. So EC2 user is created. So same EC2 is created, and 28 is the size of this directory, and September 10th it is created, by 1440 it is created. Okay, and same thing, this money is a directory. It is having 6 bytes of memory, and September 10th they created, and 1437, right? Like that it is going to be shown. Like that it is going to be shown. So you can able to see like this, so that you can understand very easily, guys. And I want to know from this user account, I want to know all hidden files also. All hidden files also I want to check. For that, you can use a command called ls-l followed by a. A means all files. A means all files. Now you can see it is going to be execute all files over here. Okay, like this. Now Linux, see, if you see any file, it contains with the dot extension, so that you can confirm that it is going to be hidden files kind of thing. Okay, so clear, guys? Any queries here? So, and if you want to know, if you want to see these files with a proper format, for that, what we should do, ls-lt. T means timestamp. Based on timestamp, it is going to show. I want to display in reverse order. You can use ls-lt-r. So it is showing like this, reverse order and like this. Okay, you can see, you can check on all things like this. Okay, now, so if you want to delete the directory, for that, what we should do, we can use a command called rmdir. Yes, it will work. rmdir followed by money. Now see, it is going to delete here. Now you can check that. Nothing is there. Now same thing, I want to delete the Linux command also. But now it is not deleted. Why? Because this is not empty. See, empty directories, you can execute the command called rmdir followed by money, then you can delete that. But non-empty directories, you can't delete directly. For that, we can use, if you want to delete non-empty directories at a time, we can use rm space -rf, recursive with forcibly followed by the command name. Now it is going to delete. Now you can see nothing is there, right? Like this, you can able to delete the things and all, right? And so tomorrow we can discuss more commands, guys. And I want to inform you, all of you. Okay, I want to inform you, all of you. The thing is, this week we have the regular sessions from 7:30 to 8:30 or 9 also it will take. Okay, from next week onwards, that means from September 16th onwards, we have the sessions of from 9:30 to 10:30, guys. Is it okay for all of you? There is a reason, because I am I'm packed with some other meetings in my office for the next 15 to 20 days. Okay, because of that reason, I am planning to inform you before 1 week itself. So please, I'm requesting you that, okay, try to understand for this week, same class, same timing. From next week onwards, our sessions will be like 7:30 to 9:30 to 10:30, guys. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll meet you on tomorrow. Yeah.
హలో హాయ్ అండి
Yeah.
చిన్న డౌట్ అదే
Yeah.
ఇన్స్టెన్స్ అనమాట అట్లా మళ్ళీ మనం నీకు ఏమైనా స్టాప్ చేయాలి ఇది? అంటే ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఇది ఆన్ చేస్తున్నాను అది ఇన్స్టెన్స్
Yeah. I'll show you that one. Sorry
how
for
to
that. I'll
stop.
show.
So
I'll show you. Sorry.
yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
to say
thank you.
that. I'm sorry for that. Yeah.
Please.
So now once your job is done, right? Once your job is done, you come back to portal again. So select the server and go to the instance state, and there is an option called stop instance. Just click on the stop. That's it. Automatically, your instance is going to be stopped.
Okay, and thank you.
Okay. Fine. It's about guys. So we'll meet you on tomorrow, guys. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.